All right, all right. Third time is a charm. Mercury retrograde must be having a blast. So, this is a quick session just to cover and finish up some free readings that I didn't finish in this morning's session. That's why there's no chat for anyone else to add in. But I will be back in about an hour and a half for my evening session at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So, if you want to come back then to get a reading, I will be here for a couple hours. So, let's get started here. Let me just bring this up here. I had to reboot a couple times and then the sound wasn't working. And it's like, I almost was like, maybe I'm not supposed to do this, but then it worked. So thankfully. All right. So we left off with Yati Chopra, a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing, Yati. And you wanted to know, will you have a long conversation with Shubham tomorrow? So let's take a look here, see what Spirit wants you to know here. Well, I don't know if it's going to be a long here because you've got a 5 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. This is a lot of emotion. It's going to be an emotional conversation, a lot of emotional confusion with the 7 of Cups, just so many different feelings. And there's some hurt feelings. And then there's the choice, though, of choosing different feelings too. So there is the power of emotional choice that's at play in your conversation because, yeah, we're taught that when certain things happen, certain things are said or blah, 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 right? That we're supposed to feel a certain way, should, need to, have to feel a certain way. But that's just an opinion. We get to choose how we feel, what we feel, and everything around it. So you can choose to look at it from a higher place of higher love vibration, unconditional of energy, or fear. And if we go into fear, there's going to be a lot of emotion, lower vibrational emotion exploding, because if they're feeling lower vibrational energies and saying things and you're feeling it, it just escalates and it gets heated, right? But there is the choice of choosing unconditional love and understanding, see where they're coming from, what they have to say, what they want to say, and consciously choosing to feel a certain way. So it's a great opportunity. I feel like it could be a short conversation with a lot of explosion or a lot of deep emotional communication too. But it all depends on what emotional choice you're choosing and what they're choosing. You can't choose for them, you can only choose for yourself. So I like that a lot of it's in your hands because they will react off of you if you stay calm. It's like when I worked on a escalated call lines and call center corporate life. If you stayed calm and you stayed open and listening and created an atmosphere where that person could come out of fear and de-escalate, then you could have real conversations and really get things done. But until the other person felt validated and heard, you're talking through walls and you can't hear each other, misunderstandings and blowing up. And be very careful, as I started off this session. Mercury retrograde is out there till next Friday. So there's challenges with communication anyway. Mercury is the planet of communication. And so being very aware, pray, meditate, surround yourself with bubbles of beautiful energy before having a conversation. That's important. All right, Yati. Well, welcome to the Soul Family. Thank you again for subscribing. Hopefully, we'll see you around soon. Thank you for your patience in receiving your reading. All right, and then we had completed those, and then we next was up Luna Ray. Hey, Luna. All right, so you would like an update on your person. Is he awakened to your connection now? All right, let's take a look here. Fully awakened, I get you. So let's see what they have here. I don't feel like fully awakened. I'm glad you said that because they have the hanged man, so they're in their transformation, right? So they are in the process of it. The Queen of Cups, deep down in their subconscious, yeah, their inner child and subconscious energy is aware of this past life and deeper connection, right? But not in their physical world. We got the devil card here, which is their shadow shaking and rattling in their cages. And so they're really, really focused here. This is all behind the scenes, right? They're really focused on this transformation of themselves right now, and not so much in external, the emotions that are rolling around beneath them. This is more mentally, just mentally challenged. Mentally, yeah, well, it is mentally challenged, right? We all are, because it's our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, and things that are challenged. And I feel like that's what they're going through right now. They're awakened a little bit. They're aware of something underneath there, but they're not putting a whole lot of attention on it yet, because they're still doing away with those fears, that they want to have, because they don't want a lower vibrational experience. They want to get rid of and transform those things. They don't want you to see them as a caterpillar. They want to meet you as a butterfly, that full awakening, right? And so they're still in the that hang demand is like still in the cocoon. So not quite yet, Luna. And that's what they have right now here for you. All right. And then Jesse, you were up next. Hello, my dear. And you'd like to get a free reading. So let's take a look here. See what Spirit has here for you. All right. All right. So we have the high priestess coming in here with the queen of pentacles. So there is a lot of mother nature, mother nurture taking care of you right now. High priestess is stepping away. They connect to the higher realms, go behind the veil, dive deep into their emotions. And the Queen of Pentacles is this nurturing of yourself. So I feel like there's this message of stepping back away from whatever chaos and noise there is to nurture you and to make yourself a priority. Allow new birth, allow sensuality, but above all, take care of you here, because you also have the King of Swords with all these 10 of Swords. So there's a lot of thinking that you can do while you're away here. And in this calmness, in this silence, in a way, you're able to hear with the King of Swords, who's the master over thought and belief and mindset, the mental air world, is able to look at this 10 of Swords, all of these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, these fears of rejection, fears of letting people down. There's all these rules, right? But the 10 in this combination is great because the 10 is already endings and beginnings. Like you're tired, sick and tired of trying to live up to everyone's expectations and people disappointing us and we being a disappointment to others, blah, blah, blah. Get to see things from a higher perspective. And this Ace of Swords not only opens up and connects you to that higher realm, but it cuts away these thoughts and these beliefs that no longer serve you, which allows you to move forward and allows you to kind of feel free from a cage. So, this getting away and pampering yourself, um, nurturing yourself is very, very important. And journal, get things out onto paper, transform things, question beliefs and mindsets that you have. And it really does set you free. It really does allow you to see things differently because we're inundated with so many thoughts and beliefs about what something is supposed to mean, what something is like the story we're supposed to put to a situation. But we are creative beings. We get to choose what it means. We don't have to take on what everyone else thought it was. So that's what they have for you right now, Jesse. Hopefully that is helpful. So many blessings to you. Right. And then we had D. Roy Sama. You'd like a general read. So let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. What would you like D. Roy Sama to know? All right. Let's see here. Okay. So you've had the 7 of Pentacles here, which is something's been slowly growing and coming to fruition. But as you're seeing the fruit starting to grow, you're starting to go, "Wow, is this really what I wanted?" It's like if you planted an orchard of apple trees and you forgot you planted apples, right? How could we forget? But in this world, in this imaginary scenario, you planted this orchard and you have been letting it grow and da da da. And then they start to see the apples growing, like, oh, that's right. I did plant apple trees. Why did I plant apple trees? And like, oh, that's right. Everyone else wanted apple pie and apple juice and apple fritters and applesauce and just apples. You're like, "Oh, I'm not really so much into apples. I want guacamole." So I really wanted avocado trees. So there is this awareness as fruit starts to grow, you're like, "You know what? I think I'm going to change the direction that I'm going." And here's the Three of Wands. So the combination of these two is what is telling me that you're changing direction. The fruit that you saw really wasn't appealing to you anymore. Might have been at one point, but it's not anymore when you're starting to see the fruit come and you're making this change of direction. You have the Two of Wands. And so you're standing at this point of what you want to do and where you're going to change, where you're investing your energy. And so it's positive, it's great. um, you can always change. Don't be afraid to. Just know that wherever you focus your energy is what does grow and expand. And so if you don't want something else to grow anymore, you stop investing energy and thought and emotion and action into it, and you start in a different direction. So it's okay to change direction. I feel is the huge message that's coming in there for you. All right, and then the final individual for this short session is for Jay. Hey, 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 Jay. And you want some cards on whether or not you'll overcome your stage fright or anxiety. All right, well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has here for you. Oh, well, yep, it looks pretty promising here. You know, uh, when you're talking about extreme stage fright where you freeze up and you can't, yeah, you definitely will overcome that. You have the Emperor, who the Emperor is about new beginnings, is about stepping up, is about stepping away and cutting away the old fears and opinions. And they really have this confidence that they stand up to lead. Aries, powerful, fiery energy. So this tells me that. And also the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is studying, is becoming a master. You're apprentice for a while, but you are, again, stepping up into authority. And it's like you were a prince for a while, but now you're stepping up into the king, to the emperor role in a way, which allows you to have forward movement, move up. It's all beneficial. And you end up with the 10 of Pentacles, full abundance overflowing in the outside world. So it definitely shows it here. And, stage fright is like in anxiety, it's like test anxiety, interview anxiety. It's common among humans, especially these days when we have so many emotional monsters. We're afraid of letting people down. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of dying alone in the wilderness outside of town and being eaten by wolves because no one loved us. When we really bring it all out into the light, there we go, right? And knowing that everyone has the fear of getting up in front of people, the fear of rejection, knowing everyone in the audience is probably going, I'm glad it's you up there and not me. It can help you go, you know what? They're supporting you. They're not judging you. They're supporting you and excited to see you. So I love this that you will. It's just putting the fear, lightening the fear, and transforming that, um, with all of that, understanding how powerful you really are. So definitely, I see it here, Jay. You have all the possibilities to do that, and it shows that it's so beneficial for you. Even if you joke about it, laughter, anything that's higher vibrational, gratitude, laughter, peace. When we focus, whatever we focus our energy on is what grows. If we focus on our fears, it grows when we feed it. But if we focus on laughter, gratitude, and everything else, that's what's important. So laugh as much as you can before you go on stage, and you be like, "Hey, everybody," and just know that you are always unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. Yeah, you're never alone. Uh, you know, our fear is rejection, but we'll never ever truly be rejected. Uh, so hang in there. You got this. You got this. All right, everybody. Well, that is it for now. Like I said, I'll be back in about an hour and 15 minutes for my evening session, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, in about 15 minutes or so, I'll be putting out the advertisement. You can jump into the chat there and post your questions early to get in line if you'd like. Otherwise, I'll see you when I see you. Until then, have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're at in the world. And much love to you. You hang in there and you take care. We'll see you.